plus. 2047. Used to play King's Indian. H3, prevent bishop G4. H6 is quite strange. H6, you avoid bishop G5 line. Is it still Terry? Not sure. It's showing that it's a little bit inaccuracy. This name, Ultra Plus, is it someone in the chat? I don't know. Ultra Plus, or it's just an opponent. Fine, fine, yeah. Okay, H6, bishop E3, E5, D5. A5 knight a6 setup. What we have such a similar position today where we analyze it. Future knight e6 ideas. Okay, yeah. E6. H7 knight g5. 6 e6 is here. Knight a6. Knight h7 and f5 is the other regular setup. Okay. a6. Yeah, this is good setup. Okay, knight c5. Computer most of all don't really like this position because it's about +1. Thank you, Sabadeshram. Three dreams. But it's all about space of white, that's why. 92. White still have no castle. Probably he has to choose any direction. A4 is all the time good to fix the position here and not let him to push b4. Now, even for white, could be quite risky to go for the queenside castle. He eliminated the knight. He thought this is a free pawn. Okay, very often this could be a sacrifice to open up b file, which is a strategical sacrifice. I remember some analyzers of one student of me who only play King's Indian. He's about 2100 maybe. But I know very well that h6 could be a target if white didn't go for kingside castle, so he can try h4 maybe. Don't want him to castle long. Yeah, so this sacrifice makes sense. Just the question is why he accepted. He could start attacking you on the king side part, maybe. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, it was Sotar game, not Sorhain. mm. Okay. So h4 followed by g5 or h5. Coming to you. So maybe after bishop d7, g5. The problem here is you've been under attack on the king side part, which is not that really natural. Most of all, black is the guy who is attacking on the king side part, but sometimes this is happening because black pieces are not super well coordinated, all of them to be on the king side parts. Also, white still stay in the center, and these bishops are pretty powerful, so you should be careful with this attacking, I believe. And this will be not so great because the rook is here. Attacking twice this, but doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. You can do just queen c2 and maybe even queenside castle. And think about how to coordinate this. Maybe one day f4, open up, and you know he can simply transpose all his pieces to the h file when it's coming the moment. So I just say that this g4 h4 could be dangerous for you and you should take care. Okay, they decide to accept the pawn. King h7. Why king h7? But how do you stop by king h7, h4, and g5? King? queen c2. Here we go. Trade-off. Not sure if this trade-off is the brilliant idea, or you should go for instance, queen h4. If queen set castle, even you can take f2. So it's kind of pressure of f2, either h3, kind of fixing not allow anymore h4 kind of space. I thought you wanna use b file just because you lost a4, but with this deal you just close b file. b4 is crazy. He's this guy totally had a wrong feeling about. So for instance, he can simply fix you by a4, and you should dream about open up anything here. Because you have two bishops, you need a knight. Here, either here, either here, either here. You urgently need a knight. And now I'm able to make a queen set castle and feeling totally safety and transpose both my rooks to the king side part. So I not sure you have the correct compensation here. So that's why I don't really wish to trade off the knights. If you keep, yeah. It's not only about queen h4, but it's about trading off the knights, and you close the b file. And b5 is your treasure. Before b5 is your counterattacking. b5 is your counterattacking most of all when he decides to go to the queenside castle. Doesn't really matter, John Jackson. We can write this down and there we go. Cheers to Logis. Okay. Close the game. Oh, so he jumped totally. Do you see on the top? King said castle is a blunder. Okay, King said castle is a blunder. So finally, he take the courage to make a castle. It was a mistake. Do you see, guys? Why very often I don't really do I don't really do a castle because it's a mistake whenever you're doing it. Okay, so maybe you don't hear me now. So, kingside castle. Instead of that, what could be the strategy of white? Maybe bishop bishop e2, rook a3 operating, and again h4. Bring the other rook, push, 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 something like that. Less pieces on the board already. Castle is a blunder. I think we realized this in the last lessons. It all happened this week because I did a longer stream, so we had a many experience in it. uh, can white play h5? Then if white plans to queen set castle, you're right. I'm not sure. H5 was better here. Um, Yeah, automatic h5 breakthrough or queen d8. I'm not sure what he's going here. Maybe potential sacrifice on here, but queen d8 and queen h4 is preferable, followed by f5 and h5, but afterwards. Oh, here I am. Instead of that, also h5, of course, breakthrough. If you want to take, and doing some, I don't know, some setup, king g7, rook h8, checkmate. Dreaming checkmate. Oh. You sacrifice before being ready. H5 again? You don't need to sacrifice when you are winning or when you have a better position. You open up the dark square bishop possibility too. You're gonna connect soon the rooks. This is terrible for white now. Makes sense. Activating the dark square bishop, probably opponent should sacrifice any rook for him. Very powerful placed piece. Sacrifice. Nikola decides to show him how to play chess. Knight b3, blunder. I know, it's very hard now to find out that this is the only one way to reach a draw. It's probably a little bit computer move, just the problem is black doesn't really have pieces. Maybe this will be the only one way how he could cover the mate. Um, Look here, of course you have the draw in the pocket, but if you decide to go there, it's a blunder. Why? Trade-off? You don't really have time to evacuate. Push. Here? Knight f1. White is totally not scary of bishop f4 check, just because of brilliant move king h1. H4 check, king g1. And no more checks because knight cover this, eat this, and you're gonna bring the queen in front. Oh. Okay, this hurts, and this pawn is coming, either the other one. This could hurt, if you decline to make a draw, this could happen. He used to play knight b3, okay. A monster knight on f1, exactly, but this is hard to find out, 100 thoughts in your mind during this game, I guess. Oh, I even didn't mention that I forgot, the previous game was daily, but this is just a blitz, yeah. Even Nikola get an extra minute, so this is a time pressure. This time pressure. Oh. You just win the rook, and now rook for 2 pieces, but makes no sense because he's having attacking 2. That's awesome. That's awesome. You're welcome. You collect now all his pawns, pieces. Push. I could push maybe much earlier. Get this advantage on the king side part. But anyway, this is anyway unstoppable. Oh, king e5 here. This. Sacrifice. Are you under stress? Why not just this and push? Hey Oli, how are you doing, man? Push. Okay, finally he resigned. Good game of Nikola. Great example, King's Indian. Great counter attack on the king side part. We